Well, our next guest is a country music artist raised on Louisiana's Cajun and cowboy culture. Her sound has been shaped by her rural roots growing up in 4-H and FFA, which also led her to become a wildlife biologist and large animal vet tech. And we welcome to the program Sara Douga. Sara, thank you so much for joining us. And would you look at how adorable she is in her FFA jacket? She brought that here today.
You don't get to wear it often.
I tell you what, the fact that you kept that and are so proud of it, I just love that.
Oh,
Sara,
you.
let's talk about your background first.
Okay.
I mean, I know you're an incredibly talented singer-songwriter, but I am fascinated about how you grew up. We're both Louisiana girls,
That's right.
but you grew up in South Louisiana. Talk about that.
Southwest Louisiana, big farming and ranching community. My favorite aspect of that culturally is that big cattle drive that we talked about previously. Going down to the marsh and the beach during the winter months and driving them back up during hurricane season. It just creates such a family atmosphere, and it's so fun.
You sent us some pictures of that, because what people may not understand, where you were raised, you're very close to the Gulf Coast.
Yes.
And so when you say your family, your dad was involved in moving the cattle down to the beach, so to speak?
That's right, that's right. Yeah, everybody it doesn't matter who you are, what brand you belong to, everybody kind of drives together. It's a couple 100-year-old tradition that we have. I really love it.
that. And so you go down to the coast, to the beach, but then when hurricane season comes, you have to move them back up.
That's right, that's right.
Wow.
It's my dad's best friend, Burl Beatty's cattle, and then these pictures are from the Gray Ranch. Mr. Kent Ledoux gave us those.
Wow, I had heard about this. I grew up on a farm in the northeastern part of the state. I had heard about this, had always wanted to see it. So I'm gonna make a point to go down and connect and do a story on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Okay, so growing up there, then you went to McNeese State University,
I
right?
did.
And talk about that light bulb moment for you when you said, okay, I've got my degrees, I can do this, but I really want to sing. I want to know that turning point.
That went the other way around. Before I took that scholarship, I went to the board and said, now, I'll take this if you want me to, but you know dang good well I'm going to be writing songs and singing. And they said, no, you'll be writing textbooks. And I said, I'm telling you right now.
You're
so
going
we did
to sing
it,
because you grew up, you started singing at an early age?
I was 8 when I started writing and playing out.
Wow. So how long, when did you move to Nashville?
I moved to Nashville a little over 6 years ago. I had been hopping back and forth the year previous, and Jim Lauderdale was going to cut one of my songs, and he asked me to play the Opry, so we moved here.
What was it like the first time playing the Opry?
Yeah,
that
amazing.
had to be surreal.
What a welcome home. It was so much going on at one time, I can tell you that. Beautiful. I love Nashville for those moments, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And talk about your music now, because you've been putting out songs, putting out albums, and they're so rich. I kind of liken you to maybe a Tammy Wynette meets Lainey Wilson. I mean, when I listen to your songs. So
thank you.
Well, how would you describe your music?
Well, this record that's coming out right now, Woman Out of Me, I'm putting singles out right now. I produced it, and in the studio, I would tell the guys, think about if Linda Ronstadt were to make a Cajun record. So there's a couple, just haven't gotten to hear them yet. There's a couple French songs. I got my start singing in French bands down home in Louisiana. So this is my like ode to home. The intro track is Bella Louisiane, je chante mon cœur pour toi. I sing my heart for you. So I'm excited to get it out.
That is incredible. Talk about that Cajun French coming out and everything you do and keeping that culture alive.
Thank you.
Sara, you're an incredible talent. I appreciate you coming here. I know you've got some things coming up. So we're going to have her back on because she's got a lot going on. You wear a lot of different cowboy hats, don't you, girl?
Yes, ma'am.
I love that. That's Sara Douga. You find her music wherever you listen to your music.